put to record too, right?
Yeah, you gotta record.
All right, so it says preparing to live stream. Bar is still going. Still going. Done. Redirecting to YouTube, and we are. I gotta put to record too, right?
Oh, shit. You gotta record.
All right, so it says preparing. I can hear us. Hold on, let me pause this shit. All right.
Fucking ghost audio.
I know, right? All right, so, and we are recording. Let me, you guys want to share the page? What up, people? We're live right now, so let's give us a second so we could share all this stuff with the rest of the world. Anybody else wants to join us? I'm gonna do that really quick. You know, I guess, well, Mike, you moderating, so you might as well just
I'll
get
go
it.
whenever you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, we can start up. I'll do this while you're talking.
Okay. Well, hello there, and willkommen. This is the Gamers Group Podcast, episode 15, I believe, season 2. And guys, we're gonna do what we do, how we do. We're going to bring you some gaming news. We're going to bring you some news about comics and some news about TV shows and some news about movies and some news about the movie business and just any type of geek news that we can get a hold of. We're going to go ahead and go over that shit. With me today, as always, is Andre.
What up, people? BK Brawler here. Doing well. Tiring day, but I'm here. I'll never miss this for the world.
And my man, Mr. Fanboy with an opinion himself, Eric.
What's up, gents?
And I am Michael Brevard Decker, a.k.a. Captain BD. So, guys, let's just go ahead. We'll start this off how we always start this off. Well, most of the time when I don't fuck it up. But let's get a look at our T-shirts. So, Eric, you go first.
Sure. I am wearing the Starman himself. Mr. Bowie.
Beautiful. One of my all-time favorite albums of all time is Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Of course.
Classic. All right, Dre, what you wearing? Who let's pretend like we're the red carpet. Andre, who are you wearing tonight?
Well, we got one of our new
shit. I gotta watch mine.
He's kind of glowing in the light in the camera, guys.
Ooh, it does. It blinks.
Yeah, you guys need to get yourselves one. Those who don't have it, we post it up on the page all the time, Facebook. You should check it out. The link's there in our link tree too. If you're on our Instagram page too, Gamerish Network, join us. You can get these shirts. I even got even my face mask here. I think the light is beaming it all out, but it got the Gamerish logo on there.
Nice.
Face mask with our little what do you call it? Our saying.
Slogan. A motto.
Yeah, slogan. Yeah, we know the issue should. I know it sounds funny, but it's catchy, guys. It's catchy.
We believe you. So I'm wearing an oldie but a goodie. I think I've had this on maybe twice already, but just old school throwback Tendo.
Because where it started for some of us.
I'll be honest, it's just a comfortable fucking shirt, man. Super comfortable.
Yeah. That's a Nintendo shirt too.
So speaking of Nintendo, I've been playing a game that's a lot like Nintendo, but we'll go to me last. And Eric, tell us what you've been playing this week.
Well, I actually been taking a break from playing video games for the past 2 days. I know Andre is a 4-letter word for him. Break. Taking a break.
That's a 4-letter word.
Yeah, but
Blasphemy.
yeah, I've been taking a break. I played Ghost, though, the first part of the week. So.
Are you just cleaning up still?
Yeah, cleaning up. I just figured I'd take a little break before I beat the game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to that. Doing side missions and shit.
All right, Dre, I know you got a new one today from Epic. What else? Or actually, you can tell us about that game too, but just tell us.
Well, I didn't get to play it as we were getting ready. I just put it to download. The Troy. Those who don't know, Total War Troy is available on Epic Game Store right now. I guess we're about to get into Epic news too, so it's funny that we're gonna bring that up now. But that game is new, released today, and you have 24 hours to claim that game for free on the Epic Game Store. So if you haven't, I advise you do that. They also put The Last Remnant on there. Nice little multiplayer game that a lot of people like playing. To me, it's a solid 7, but it helps pass some time. What I've been trying to play, I've been on vacation, people, but I'm back. So I didn't get to really play on vacation because the place I was at had shitty Wi-Fi, so I couldn't even play Stadia while I was out there. I know, right? Couldn't even play Stadia. But I had my Switch and I was playing what you call Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So getting back into that because I remember buying it, but I never fuck it. I don't even remember the story at all. So I was like, fuck it, let me just buy it over, and since it looks better now, play it over again. See how far I make it before I get distracted again. Other than that, what else was I playing on my Switch? Gosh, there's another game right now. I fuck can't remember. It's Pokemon is something else. I finally beat the main Pokemon story, so I'm just doing the DLC, which has been interesting and kind of crazy at the same time. Now I felt like I was too weak in the regular one, and now I feel I'm too strong in the DLC. So I just been capturing a bunch of weaker Pokemon to train because I felt like I wasn't gonna get through it if I was just overpowering everything. Um, but then yeah, there's Ghosts where I'm still cleaning up. I'm still only in Act 2, but cleaning up the map still. And then my goal is to try and make it to Act 3 at least by the end of next week, if I can, if I get the time.
I mean, you can make it quick. You just gotta hit those yellow icons first, then you can
exactly.
if that's what you're wanting to do. But what I wish I would have done, and I'm sure Eric, you can agree with this, is I wish that I would have went through and just hit every single question mark and got all the shit out of the way, because now I'm backtracking and going through and doing all of that.
I always try and hit those question marks.
I played Fall Guys with you last night.
Oh yeah, we're playing Fall Guys. Why do we always let Fall Guys slip?
I don't know, man. Because that's what you do in the game. You fucking.
I know, right? I was about to say that. It's a nice word I used there. So it's yeah, Fall Guys. Yo, go ahead and talk about it. I'll chime in where I feel.
So you know what? This game you brought up. What was that? Xbox the Fusion.
Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah, you brought up Fusion Frenzy, and it is a lot like that. But what it really reminds me of, and it really gives me the nostalgia for, is Mario Party. And I think this even just looks like a Nintendo ass game. It feels like a Nintendo ass game. I don't know why Nintendo hasn't been like, yo, give us this fucking game, because it would be perfect.
Competition.
But it'd be perfect for the Switch. I am level 26 right now.
Oh, shit, that means Aubrey's been playing too.
Yeah, Aubrey's getting good.
Because I'm like, no way. I know she goes in on that game.
Aubrey getting good. The only one that we're not good at is that Slime Climb, and we're getting better.
My favorite.
We're getting better at it. So we're gonna be good at that one too. But no, we're good at all of them. I hate the see, this is why, Eric, we need you to get PS Plus, download this game at least by this month, because if we had a group of people, if we had 4 people, the max that you can have, then the team games wouldn't suck. Because the team games in this game, the team competitions suck really bad. So there's shits like where you have to grab a tail from a person. Well, your people will come and grab it from you immediately before the game even starts. Your own people. Like if you got to grab eggs and shit like that, your own people will grab eggs from you. Your own people will push balls away from you when you're trying to score in like the soccer game, or the push that ball down the hill. Like, your own people will fuck you up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I don't like about the game. But I love the game. It's stupid addictive. Did you see the trophy list that I put up?
I didn't get to look at. I saw your comment about it. How they would like if you try and make you win like 5 games in a row. Like
a row. I haven't won one of them yet. I've gotten second like 3 or 4 times. And by second I mean like I was this close away from the crown, or I was the last person in the hexagon.
Fucking winning 5 of those shits.
5 in a row, dude. That's impossible.
I'm making sure E gets on this before the month's up, man. I'm about to buy you a month, and you got to download the damn game, and you have no excuses.
So you know how by the trophies, it will say like 13 point something % rare. People have achieved this. You know what I mean? Shit like that. This one is 0.1%.
Point one. And for all we know, that point one is one of those cheaters. For all we know.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, Dre and I definitely saw a cheater. This dude, this was in the block deal where you're up on the rainbow and
Yeah,
the blocks are coming at you.
climbed
So
up
this dude
on
was
the
standing
wall.
up on the rail somehow.
Yeah, just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, definitely cheating. For sure cheating. Other than that, I'm playing Ghost. I did make a quick mill and a half this week on Animal Crossing by doing some turnips, but that's all I did. And really, Aubrey did that for me. She's in a couple other Animal Crossing groups, and I told her I felt like making some mills, some bellions this week. So been playing Ghost, and I'm doing the same thing that Eric's doing. I'm just going through and I'm cleaning up. I have all the shrines. Dude, I'm stuck on a lighthouse, the very last lighthouse, and some dude is just in my way.
It's a part of the mission.
Okay, a story. I see some one haiku short too, and that's a part of a story. So I think it's gonna come to the point to where I'll have to just finish the story in order to get the rest of these.
Yeah.
And I'm moving pretty close to that. I still think I've been saying this, but I didn't know Fall Guys would take so much of my time because once again, I have one PS4 and my wife is on that shit a lot. So I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. I think I can wrap all this up. I come home, I hop on, Ghost for 2 hours, and I just go get fucking fox dens. I go get the I forget what them shits is called, but where you get the items and that I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. You get the skins for your weapons and your skins for bands and shit like that. The memorial podium or whatever the hell they are. So that's it. That's all I'm playing.
Yo, real quick with Ghost. So you found that last what's it called? Not the Watchtower.
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. So you can travel to it right now.
Yeah.
All right. So when you do the story mode, even though you kill everyone who's at the lighthouse, the next time you fast travel, they will still be there.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind because when I fast traveled, it was like right in the middle of everybody, so I couldn't really hide.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh shit. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I didn't really look up anything or look to it. It's just I saw one on my map. I went to it, and fucking dude was just standing in my way.
Yeah, everyone is just standing there, and you're like, yeah, it's part of the main storyline.
I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of my way so I can light this, please.
Exactly. But it wouldn't light.
Okay, so let's see, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items, 7 topics on the gaming docket today. Really, 2 of them belong in one, so we'll just segue right into another. And a couple of these, we can just say, yeah, cool, that's awesome, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Move right through them.
That's cool, awesome.
Blah, blah, blah. So this first one, though, and I'm skipping the list that I gave you guys because this is probably the biggest news. Halo got delayed. Halo Infinite is delayed. It was supposed to be a launch game for the Xbox Series X, and now they're saying 2021. They're not telling us spring 2021 or summer 2021 or early 2021. Just says 2021. I'll come back around to me to why this is disappointing for me and what decisions it has already, what this one piece of news has already created decisions that I'm making. But Dre, go ahead. Give us everything you're feeling about this. Just all of it. Just let that shit out.
Stick in this right now, so he's like, "Fuck a Halo, whatever."
No, he's got a stake in it.
So, but
a little stake.
I was fucking disappointed. I want you fans to know that I blame you. I blame all.
Yes, I do too.
Because like the fucking game that they showed off is not a finished product. Okay, they showed a demo. They even told us the day after you're bitching and whining that it wasn't the finished product.
Which they shouldn't have to do.
Up to now, like how many years have we gone through this? And what's crazy about it is that when they show us finished products, and then when the game comes out and it doesn't look like the shit you guys saw during E3 or something, Then you guys still shit on it that you lied to us while you were showing us this game. You guys didn't show us what the game really looked like. You put it on a computer and blah 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 and lied to us and gave us what the game was going to look. So these guys didn't lie to you. They gave you exactly what the game was looking like, and you guys still bitched and complained. You can't win with you people. Like you really can't win with you people. It's 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 crazy. Be truthful to you. You're mad that you hear the truth. You lie to you. Why did you lie to me? Jesus Christ! Like man, I wish they just I don't even know. I'm pissed, man. I'm a Halo fan. I was excited for this. I was boasting Halo as boom, we get this shit with Game Pass day one. Don't gotta go out and buy no $60 game. It's gonna be right there for us. I can only hope that maybe they give us because they just announced that Halo's multiplayer is gonna be free. So maybe we'll get Halo Infinite's multiplayer, maybe a mode or something added.
That's what I'm waiting out for.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for that at least.
Yeah, I would hope we could get that. And then the story just have to be, purchased for people who don't have Game Pass, and then the rest of us get the story later. But we were shown something. I wasn't even mad at what I was shown because I'm
I
like,
wasn't
whatever,
either.
the game's not finished. The game is not finished.
We don't have the console yet.
Yeah, we don't even have the fucking console. God, you guys think what you saw in Ratchet and Clank is what's gonna be exactly what the fucking game looked like when it comes out? Do all Metal Gear cutscenes look like the gameplay when it comes out? Like, did fucking Super Mario 64 disappoint you when you saw triangles on the castle? Like, Jesus, man. Like, oh God. I can't say no more because then our fans are gonna start getting mad.
All right. Yeah, you said you had a little stake. How do you feel about any of this?
I'm surprised, but after hearing Andre rant about it, it makes sense. But I don't know. I've never really played Halo, so
Yeah, I know you got Halo 3.
yeah, I do.
Play that co-op?
I know 2's co-op. Yeah, 3's co-op. It is at least.
No, I'm saying me and E. We never played that shit co-op.
No.
All right, so where I'm at with this is, hey, if you guys think that the game's not ready, I appreciate you taking time and making the game great for us. I would rather a game be put on delay than a game come out and suck. Maybe Halo, what was it, 5? They probably should have waited on 5 for a while because that game sucked.
You mean 4?
No, 4 was pretty good. 4 was 343's first game. 5 is the one that sucked.
5? No, isn't Infinite supposed to be 5?
5 is the one that just five sucked.
My count is off then.
343, the first one was 4, and it was I liked 4 really. That's when they was doing all that shit with the jetpacks and shit.
That's why I'm just thinking off. All right, you're right.
So, and I appreciate that. Okay, I'm coming from a place to where, shit, I waited on fucking Twilight Princess for about 2 years of fucking delays. You know what I mean? So whatever. I'm used to that shit playing games.
And the funny thing about that is that no one complained, and they still fucking delayed it. But that's Nintendo.
So what's happened for me though is that I have been on the fence about either buying a PS5 or buying an Xbox Series X. I'm not like Dre. I'm not going to get them both right off the bat. I'm going to get one, and I'm going to stagger the one off for probably the next holiday season. So the couple reasons I was he's the addict.
Whole fucking year. I can't.
I'll have to go the whole next year. But it's really is Xbox's fault for that. I was interested in them saying that they've got this 1,000 game catalog coming out because you can play everything backwards compatible. And I've told you guys I've got a shitload of physical media when it comes to Xbox. I got Xbox original games, I got Xbox 360 games, I got Xbox One games, I got a 3 terabyte full on my Xbox One X. Like I got a shitload of games to play. So I was looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to Halo. Really looking forward to Halo. I can't fucking express how much I wanted to do an open world new Halo. So that's not going to happen now. And what Xbox has done is that they've also told me that, hey, big guy, you've got an Xbox One X. No biggie. You're still in our ecosystem. You can still play Halo when it comes out. And when And when you want to get, the Series X, we'll even upgrade that shit for you for free. So they're not even pushing me anymore to get a fucking Series X. So now I'm definitely gonna get a PS5. I'm gonna play Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm gonna play that Time Looper. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably get that Godfall. PS5 is winning me so far as what console to get this holiday season, and that's what this news did for me.
Well, luckily for you, XCloud, man. All you need is your
That's
fucking
what I'm saying.
phone.
If you
All you
have
need
if
is
you
your
have
phone.
Xbox Series X, I've got my One X, I've got fucking X Cloud. I can any game that you play on Game Pass, I'll still be able to play with you.
Exactly. So we all good. Even Eric could join us. Fucking get
So
paid some XCloud, man.
15 bucks.
Yeah, man. You could
So yeah,
do it.
where's the fire? You know what I mean? I'll get a PS5 and still play fucking Xbox with everybody else. Whatevers. All right, so moving along though. So Nintendo, I don't know if you guys saw this. Nintendo quarter one, 428% up in sales. 428% up in sales. I had this article, but I'm not going to read it because they were expressing all the money in yen. And then they say what the dollars amount is, but it still gets a little confusing for my dumb ass. But 428% they've done in this quarter and this quarter was nothing but the pandemic. And it's also going to segue me into the next bit of news is that Animal Crossing, which was a huge part of that success,
The perfect game.
22 million copies sold
Wow.
in 5 months.
Is that including the digital? Cause I know they don't
Yeah, I
like
think this is. I think this does. It would have to.
5 months.
It would have to. 5 months. Okay, so I posted this on our Facebook too to put it into perspective. The highest copies sold for a PS4 exclusive game is Uncharted 4 at 16 million copies. And that game came out what, 2017?
Yeah, I think around that time.
So that's nuts, right? The only game that hasn't sold as well, or that has sold more on the Switch is Mario Kart 8. And Mario Kart 8's been selling for a long time.
I know. Nintendo's so sneaky too. Did you hear about how the remake game? So they're remaking Pikmin 3. So what they did is they took it off of the Wii completely, took it off the store and everything. So when Pikmin 3 comes out, you still have to pay $60 for it. You can't be like, you know what, fuck it. I'll go pull out my Wii and spend $20 on this game. They pulled that game off the Wii store. They pulled off what was it? There's another game coming out, another remake something one of these other games that are coming out that's another remake, and they pulled it off the store. And I think they even said like the Super Mario U, they pulled that off the store too, so you have to pay full price on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that 3D.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Nintendo, they're fucking slick, but we enable them. So like I keep saying, we enable their
22 million copies and 428%. That's insane.
Yep.
So me personally, every time I reach it like that, I'm like, really, Nintendo? But then when I really get to thinking about it, every single time Nintendo gives me a reason to come around and play, like Animal Crossing, like Breath of the Wild, like Mario Odyssey, like Luigi's Mansion 3, like Zelda, Link's Awakening. Every time that a game comes out that I'm interested in, I'm all the way invested into my Switch. So what do you think about all the success and Animal Crossing and just?
It's not that surprising. The number is very surprising because that is a lot of fucking copies sold. But yeah, if anyone is a winner in this pandemic, it's definitely Nintendo.
Yeah, and Animal Crossing.
Yeah, specifically, yeah.
And imagine though how those numbers were inflated because people just they wanted their own island and they didn't want to have to share an island with their brothers, sisters, significant other.
Or had to buy another Switch. That Switch Lite was basically just for Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So so they definitely helped. Plus that whole thing they did with the islands, they knew that I know someone in the boardroom said, let's make sure only one island could be on a Switch. We're gonna maximize sales on this shit. Someone said it.
It's nuts. So I'm with you, Eric. Like The number surprises me, but the success of the Switch hasn't.
Doesn't,
I'll,
right?
I'll be honest, as far as the Xbox One and my One X, and as far as the PS4, as great as all those games have been, I've been more impressed with the Switch
Right.
this generation. Just the tech itself is awesome. I plug it up to my TV, I get completely into a game. I'm ready to go upstairs and go to sleep, but I'm not really quite ready for sleep. I'm just trying to lay down and, start resting a little bit. Take that fucker off the dock, go upstairs, still keep going.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a beautiful
great.
fucking piece of machinery.
I mean, that's a big selling point. That's the thing.
Yep.
Especially compared to the Wii U, which really just, didn't do as well. So,
So okay, Dre, this one on the docket, this is for you. Your boy's back. Your Ubisoft mascot, your boy, Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
How much joy does this spark with you, my friend?
Well, it's Rainbow Six Siege.
I know, and they keep bringing him back for all kinds of shit, but
yeah,
it's just
like,
exciting.
give us a new goddamn game already. Like, you put him like as a special guest in everything. It's like, yo, everyone wants Sam Fisher, but we have no idea how to advance his story. And the trailer makes him look like he's gotten older.
Yeah, so I was gonna say he looks old, right?
Yeah, so it's like, all right, is this the model you guys are gonna use or planning or were planning on using on a new game, but you guys just don't have a story yet? So it's like, let's just put him inside Rainbow Six Siege and see what happens. So we didn't really get to see what he's going to be able to do, the capabilities and shit like that. I might have to re-download my Rainbow Six just to see how he plays out. I'm excited to see him. I'm gonna have to see some gameplay to see just more excited he's gonna make the game. Because Siege is still going strong, even though it's like going strong in the underground, like Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it's underground strong, but
Yeah,
it seems like it's kind of picking up at times.
Yeah, because I keep deleting, and then me and Mo would re-download it like a few months later because everyone's playing it again. Then we delete it when it's not hot anymore. Then we re-download. So when he comes out, I'll probably re-download it, see how he plays, or see what it's about, and then delete the game again. So it was cool seeing him though, but I just want a Splinter Cell game. Give me the fucking game.
All right,
Siphon filter.
Did you ever play any Splinter Cell?
No. I think I was always scared off because they always used to say it was like a little bit harder than Metal Gear.
It's like it was kind of hard, but like it was hard and it made you learn. You had to go right, you had to go left, you had to pick up this body, you had to carry it.
Too.
Like you just had to. I really liked what was it, Double Agent?
That was one. Yeah, that was a great one. That's the one where you
That's the one I liked.
Crazy choices and shit. Like, yo, it was good, man. But Splinter Cell, it was hard. I remember when I first got Splinter Cell on Xbox. I still remember. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade when that shit was announced, man. And I had this one gamer dude. His name was Justin, in class with me, and this dude, like, he used to bring his Xbox magazines all the time. And he's like, dude, and I remember everybody, me and him were the only ones in class with a fucking Xbox. And he's like, you guys gonna miss out on this Splinter Cell game. But I remember when that shit first came out, and you had to shoot the lights out, and how innovative that shit was.
You had to watch your bodies.
Yeah, man, and shit hiding by like
AI was getting smart.
Forced that on me. Yeah, Metal Gear never forced me to do this shit before. So at first, when I first started, I'm going in there Metal Gear style, just snapping necks and everything, and leaving bodies around. Like,
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. And that's back in the days before Dre became the guy that's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm putting this on easy mode. Back then, I used to actually care about the difficulty that I'm fucking playing on. So, you know, Splinter Cell forced me to be careful. When I finally beat that game, it was like a huge fucking accomplishment for me. It's great. We just need a new Splinter Cell or give us a Siphon filter to shut us the fuck up for at least a year.
That was my game.
Yeah. Siphon filter?
Yeah. I used to play that all the time.
I was down with that Splinter Cell. My brother and I would play that. But what's up, E?
I think I just underestimated underestimated myself as a gamer because I'm sure if I played it now, I could do it. The Splinter Cell games. Hey, we got a comment from Balloon Raccoon. He was mentioning your talk about the Switch. He said that he's a PS4 all the way, but he absolutely loves the Switch and he thinks that it's the best console of this generation.
Yeah, I do too. I think software. So, okay, I'll say, because he brought that up, I want to go back to what I was thinking about when I was listening to this earlier this week. Wouldn't it be nice if they, because they're just sitting, Nintendo's just sitting in this fucking mountain of money somewhere. All right.
Japan.
428%. Yeah, it's in Japan. 428%. Well, there's Nintendo North America, and then fucking 22 million copies sold of Animal Crossing. It's like they're definitely making fucking hand over fist money. Wouldn't it be nice if they took that money and they tried to build up like some good multiplayer for us? Got something going, and they're on with their internet a little bit.
We are enablers. We don't bitch at. We're so caught up in the Xbox versus PlayStation war that we don't say shit to Nintendo when they need shit said to them.
So their hardware is fantastic. No one can argue that point, that the hardware is fucking awesome. We don't even care that the resolutions aren't as good. We don't care about the frames per second aren't as good as fucking, Xbox and PS4. We like that you can pick this shit up, move it around wherever you want, plug it back up on your TV with the greatest of ease, and play all of our fucking favorite nostalgic games that we've been playing our whole entire lives. We love the damn thing. Put some money in your goddamn internet infrastructure, please.
Yeah, but do you think that they just don't want to do that because they don't want to follow the same rules or go through the same footsteps as the other consoles do? Because it seems like they always want to be different, right? I mean, they were the ones who fucking carved the niche that is the home gaming system, and then everyone copied them.
Yeah.
Especially like or like in Sega's case, they're always trying to one up them. So they're trying to stay different. They're just trying to stay.
Yeah.
Like they haven't like they're. I mean, would you guys agree there are fans of Nintendo that aren't fans of PS4 or Xbox?
Yeah. Well, with Nintendo, I think, bro, honestly, they kind of just stand alone. We talk about that all the time with the gaming wars. Nintendo beats to their own job. If you think about it, their last competitor, the last true competitor was what, fucking Sega? No. And before that, Atari. I mean, they really haven't had competition for what they do for a very long time.
The good thing for them is that the casual gamer is going to pick up a Nintendo console before they buy a PlayStation or Xbox. So they got that because the casual gamer is going to say, which console is going to give me the easiest set of games to get into this shit with? Nintendo is definitely going to be that console that you're going to get the easiest games on.
It's also the family though, because like the Wii focused so much on family.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the reasons why they were the highest selling console. Ever?
What, the Wii?
Yeah,
it's I think PS2 is right.
Yeah, well, Wii's pretty high up there though.
Wii's, but here's the shit with Switch, dude. It's coming up on NES. It's coming right up on NES. And then after that, it's the Wii. Right now, Switch is like number 3 on the fucking board.
Right.
And it's been out since 2017, bro.
But I'm saying
that's crazy.
The Wii's high, and same thing with the Switch is because kids play that shit.
Yep.
Like families play that shit.
So the reason that I'm talking about the internet infrastructure is that because gaming has changed, and the games that kids were playing when we were kids, now kids are playing those games online.
Hold on, repeat that real quick, Mike. You got.
Okay. So when we were kids playing Smash, and when we were playing, Mario Kart and shit like that, we were playing at home with our friends. Now kids are playing those games on the internet. I've played Mario Kart 8 on Switch, and the internet sucks. When it comes to Animal Crossing, you guys know that it is a nightmare. If you're trying to go get Celeste on somebody's island, or you're trying to go sell off some turnips, or if you're trying to go, fucking break those off to somebody, you're gonna it's a task. Like, You take 5 feet and the whole game stops because somebody's boarding. You take another 10
Mhm.
feet and then the game stops because somebody's leaving. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like it's just bullshit.
Yeah, should not be like that. Why is it that they can't do drop in, drop out in that game, but we can do it on shit like Ultimate
Right?
Alliance and shit like
Like just something on the UI, something on the heads up that just says, hey, this person's here, this person's there. But we keep playing the fucking game.
I'll
Mm.
give up a whole season of updates just for them to get rid of their loading screens and their, hey, you're playing online right now, but hold on while I take you online.
All right. So
Wait,
Nintendo.
hey, real quick. So you're right. PS2 is number 1. Then it's PS4.
Yep.
Then it's PS1, and then it's the Wii. But
Yep.
this is only home game consoles. If you include
Game Boy.
Oh yeah, Game
if you
Boy, our
include
DS
that,
shit.
yeah, DS is number 2.
Yeah,
and Game
DS
Boy,
is up there.
Game Boy is number 3. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, so that's a lot of talk about Nintendo, guys. Nintendo, we definitely love you, and we are addicted enough that we're definitely going to keep buying your shit for full price. So
Keep enabling.
we'd appreciate it if you'd fix your internet infrastructure, but really, you got us fucking hook, line, and sinker, regardless. Next on the docket of gaming news is, I can't really say this guy's name that well. Ono's his last name. So Yoshinori Ono is leaving Capcom. Now this is the Street Fighter guy, mainly Street Fighter 4, which created e-games basically. Street Fighter 4 was huge for a lot of us. Now, Street Fighter 5 was, I would say, a failure. It's on sale for what, fucking $7.99 right now. It's a
They have to add rival school characters in it to fucking make it
I
keep going, bring it back to life.
I bought it when it came out and I was like trash.
I traded it in the next day.
So
Next day.
this article I was reading, this was from PC Gamer. And PC Gamer, Jody McGregor wrote it, and it was basically kind of talking about like he's retiring, he's leaving on his own, but dude was kind of a dick to everybody anyways, and in the last few games he wasn't really all that successful. So Dre, what do you know about any of this?
Man, this is where we need D because D is the fighting game expert.
Yeah.
Me, I play fighting games, but I don't pay attention to what be going on in the background, honestly. I know the guy from Mortal Kombat because he always makes himself known. I know
Yeah,
about
Boone,
the guy, yeah, but
Tobias.
I can't really say nothing, man. It's for once Dre's silent.
Okay, but what about 4? Did you have a history with 4?
Oh, what, Street Fighter?
Yeah.
No, barely, man. I don't. Street Fighter is the one fighting game I always regret buying after Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 is the last time I kept the Street Fighter game in my collection. After that, it's just straight up I buy Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, Rival Schools, like those fighting games, and Marvel versus Capcom, of course. So Street Fighter, to me, it was I know people probably gonna kill me for saying this, but doing the fucking moves were too complex. As Mortal Kombat became easier to pull combat moves off and shit like that, Street Fighter still was going with the whole right, up, the triangle, left and up and right at the same time with triangle and do
Well,
all.
and then the attack button, you've got a weak, middle, and then like a heavy attack, and you've gotta always basically land that trigger heavy.
Yeah, and I'm just too lazy. Like, I'm fucking lazy. I don't fucking like having to learn all that extra.
I love Street Fighter. I loved it.
Like, Mortal Kombat, call me
Me too.
anytime to play
Me
you in
too.
Mortal Kombat, but fucking Street Fighter, man, I'm gonna be like, man, I need a fucking dude. This is why I love the anime games like Naruto and shit because there's not much to fucking learn and memorize. Fucking square, and a few directional pads and triangle and circle to do your special. Boom.
All right, so E, is this any big news for you, or is this like
No.
Aldo Arrivederci?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, fuck him then. Anyways, we're moving on. All right. I meant fuck Ono, but from what I read, it sounded like he was a dick. Fall Guys. So this will be, this is my last item on the docket. Fall Guys has sold 2 million copies at the time that I wrote this down was like 5 days on
Well, it's not
Steam.
much of a sell,
But
you
that's
know.
on Steam. That we don't know how many. I don't know how many copies have been downloaded on PS4.
All right. So Steam, they're actually selling this, right?
$20, and they've sold 20 million copies in five. Well, it was 5 days. There's been more sold since then.
Great. That's great.
So, yeah, hella successful. Do you think that this is like the second coming of fucking the next COVID game, basically?
It could be. They've been
Could be.
predicting that our holiday season isn't going to look well. Is we're going to get a second wave by Christmas time, So it could be the next big COVID game, for all we know. For all we
So we
know.
were talking about Nintendo and how they always win like the family shit. And basically at the video game awards, the family game award is also called the Nintendo award
Mhm.
because they always win that shit.
Yeah.
Dre, could Fall Guys give Animal Crossing a run for its money?
I don't want to say it can. It probably would be close, but it can't give it a run for its money because of how much Animal Crossing sold. And for all we know right now, Fall Guys could just be the thing, the hot game of the moment for us. In about 2 months, if they don't give us a lot of content, like upgrade, like I said, they have to keep upgrading the games every
Yeah.
season that comes out, add new games. Keep updating those, update the games like you update those costumes and keep us playing for those costumes. Everybody wants those damn costumes right now. Like I'm just working for my ninja suit right now.
I
So
keep passing that one up. We keep buying other shit.
yeah, it's like, and right now I think we got awarded now.
I got a pickle suit today.
Yeah, they gave us some points today and shit like that. So I got to go on and see what I could afford. I think I could afford my ninja outfit now. So I'll see when I get on after we're done here. But I also want to do a competition with Fall Guys guy. With I want to get like 3 people from the Discord or our Facebook group to play with. If any one of you out of 5 games could beat me 3 out of those 5 games, survive past me, you'll win some type of form of money from me. There's an Amazon.
Are admins excluded from this? Because I think I can take you 3.
You probably can't, or we could probably fucking take but I'm like, yeah, I'll even let you guys get in. I'll say only 2 admins per round, though, per playthrough. I'll say like that, only 2 admins, so we give 2 other people a chance. I'll make I'll come up with some type of tournament bracket. I think I can make a bracket for this. And I want to do this for fighting games as well. Put a bracket, get a list of people that want to be part of it. And then we set up a room. Like I know in those who have Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z, there's rooms you could put like 10 people in there and play and watch each other fight. So I'm gonna come up with a bracket for these fighting games and Fall Guys. But I was thinking Fall Guys while it's hot. It came up to me in my head while I was at work today. I'm like, yo, since I talk so much shit, how about if I get anybody that could beat me 3 out of 5 games in Fall Guys would fucking win something. You win something,
I think I got this.
We go.
I got farther than you about 3 times last night.
Hey, now that my favorite level come on, then you gone. Then you gone.
All right, and also we need to start a petition. Everybody needs to group together and make sure the E gets in on this shit.
Yeah, for real. Oh, we gotta talk about that Fortnite news though before we.
No. I was gonna say I did say that I had one more item on the docket, but I was incorrect. And Andre, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it off to you right here. We'll swing back to me with the question of the week, but right now, hand the mic over to you, and I'm just gonna set you loose. Vent.
All right, nothing I really got vents about. Like, of course, everybody saw the news about Fortnite getting pulled from the Apple Store. Now, when this happened, I had to call my son while I'm working. I'm like, "Are you sad right now?" And he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "You can't play Fortnite on your phone anymore. I told you should have stuck with Android, but you wanted an iPhone, so you got an
Little
iPhone.
did you know.
And now that you can't play Fortnite on it, because of like money issues as well,
Mhm.
because Fortnite wants to give people discounts and let them use their V-Bucks to buy, money to cheaper stuff, instead of using apps. So let's say to get 1,000 V-Bucks right now, it's regularly $10. Right now it's $7.99. And they were letting people bypass Apple payment. Just put in your
Yep.
regular credit card number
Move
and
right
buy
past the App Store.
stuff. Yeah, right. Bypass it. So Apple didn't like that. 'Cause, Apple has a monopoly on everything. This is why you guys will not have xCloud. This is why you can't play your Stadia on your phone. At least they let you keep the Stadia app, because my son has Stadia and he can't play on it on his phone, but he still gets the app. But this is why, man. I was just in my head like Apple likes to just they're money hungry. I was just all like, yes, Team Android all the way. But 2 hours later, I get home,
Mm-mm.
and even Android dropped.
Google Play don't like that shit neither.
Yeah, Google Play didn't like that shit either. But how much are you guys really losing? You guys are willing to drop the hottest game you have on your phones and tablets just so you can make an extra $2. Like you guys make some of the fucking most richest companies in the world are fucking bitching and moaning about $2 probably of loss. Like of course, when you add it up with the millions and millions of people getting these discounts, yeah, they're probably like, yo, we're not getting nothing from this. You guys are getting all of this. But how long was this sale going to go on? Like, this is probably like a 24-hour thing, and then everything was probably going back to normal. If you went on Fortnite, you probably saw the video that Fortnite posted making fun of Apple and their old, was it 1984?
The Macintosh commercial from
Yeah, the
1984,
Macintosh was
and it
1984.
was making fun of the movie 1984, the Big
Okay,
Brother
yeah.
deal.
So
It was
yeah,
actually a very well done
yes,
video
very
by
well done.
Epic.
My son, that was the first thing he showed me when I came home today. He's like, Dad, look what they put on Fortnite, even though I saw it already on the internet, but I acted surprised.
So
But
this is a bad week for Apple. They also got into it with Microsoft.
yes, they did.
I
Which
think
is,
they also got into it with Facebook, didn't they?
I'm not sure about the Facebook part. I know at Microsoft they took off xCloud because apparently once xCloud
Kind of the
leaves,
same thing.
yeah, it leaves beta, and it's basically when you're paying for xCloud, you're paying Microsoft because it's all part of Game Pass and all that stuff. So if it's going to be part of Game Pass, and we're paying for Game Pass probably online or through our Xboxes, Apple isn't getting any of the share of that money. So I don't know. I guess Android, they're not going to be that stupid. They better keep that shit because if they got GeForce still going, then yeah, and Apple even got rid of GeForce, I
Yep.
believe too.
If
Yeah, so
anything, to where like you can put, and I don't understand that because, when you let Hulu on there, you let Netflix on there, you let companies like that to where, yes, they are just streaming this, but
but they're probably
um,
getting a share of the
they are, but there's things like you can go onto Netflix and you can get higher subscriptions and shit like that to where you are just buying that through Netflix and you're not doing that through fucking Apple. Same
Yeah,
thing with Hulu. You can go onto Hulu and you can up yourself to Hulu plus live TV and ESPN and all that shit. And you can do all that just through through Hulu. You're not having to go through Apple and do through the App Store. So I don't understand the problem. The only thing that there is that these companies are in direct competition with Apple trying to get into the gaming world.
yeah. Apple's trying real hard. They want everyone to get Apple Arcade, and it's like you're not gonna compete with the big guys, Apple. You're just not, not at all.
I think they might, man. I was looking into this shit. Out of like the top 10 companies,
Mhm.
Apple's number 2, right? The rest are these Chinese banking companies. And fucking Microsoft and Sony and shit like that, they're not even on the top 10 list. It is Apple's $116
Well,
billion company.
yeah, well, that's because they got
116
people
billion.
brainwashed with the fucking iPhones and all that shit like that. That's why I got stocks in Apple. I know I'm smart enough to know that if I want to make some money, I got to put some fucking stocks in Apple, But at the same time, like this is bull. I was saying I had a solution for Epic. I said this is actually the perfect time for
To hop on
Epic
Stadia?
to put it on Stadia.
Yeah.
Drop the fucking game on Stadia tonight. Do something and boom, all Android phones.
But this That could be
play
Google
that.
burning their bridges right now by fucking saying, "No, we're taking you out of."
Yeah, but they can
Google
take it
Play,
off that
too.
Google store, but they ain't gonna stop it from going on Stadia because if Google's smart, everybody's gonna want Stadia. Crowd is fucking yearning for fucking Fortnite to be on Stadia.
Yeah. Hey
Put
guys,
that
you want
shit on
Stadia?
Stadia
You
right
want to
now.
play it on your Android? Fuck Apple. Apple's still not gonna let you play Stadia either.
Yo,
But you want
yeah.
to play it on your Android? Go ahead. Get this Google. Get this Google Stadia.
So Stadia is the way to go. I know Epic just put out their thing last week saying that they're waiting for Stadia to have a bigger fan base. If you want to stick it to Android right now after what
Yeah.
they did, you put that commercial on there, that ad on your game for Apple. Stick it to Android right now. Like, if you guys don't let us put this shit on the Google store, we definitely ain't giving you Fortnite for Stadia. Boom, do it like that.
And that's what's gonna give Stadia more of a fan base is
More
giving it
people
fucking
definitely
Fortnite.
shit. Yep. Mm.
All right, E, you got any?
No,
Just tell us you don't. Say I don't give.
I don't give a shit.
All right, so moving right along, and this will close out my portion of the news. Gamers Podcast question of the week. So this week, our question of the week was, what are your games of shame? Games that you wanted to play but never got around to it. I'll go first. For me, it's all the Diablos. I've never played them. And Mario RPG. Never got around to playing it. Wish I did.
Never played Diablo. I'm not mad about the Mario RPGs, but Diablo, man,
No.
that's
That seems like I've been too busy for Diablo my entire life.
damn, son. I remember there's this point in time where I used to be like, what's the hype around Diablo until I bought Diablo. And then I'm like, oh, now I see why you assholes keep talking about it. Because like even the casual gamer, like I consider myself a hardcore gamer for a long ass time. Like since the 4th grade, I believe, is where I really became a hardcore gamer. Like that's around the time, like people that know me, that's when my mom passed away. And that's why I became a hardcore gamer because I replaced grief and anger with video games. And so like everywhere I would go, people would be like, so if you play all these games, how you play Diablo? And I'm like, what is this fucking Diablo that you people keep talking about? Like they're like, you gotta play Diablo 2. And I'm just like, if I didn't play Diablo 2, then it can't be that good of a game if I haven't played it, you know? Like, because I would know I would have fucking bought the shit, you know, when Doom came out and I needed a computer. My dad bought me a whole new computer just so I could fucking play Doom. You know, like I was just like, Dad, I need a computer. We need a computer. I need to fucking play Doom. I need to play. Of course, I didn't curse at him, but you know, like I need to play Doom. Dad. You know,
It wouldn't have surprised me if you did.
You know, so but when Diablo 2 was out, finally got the I remember going to my aunt's house and my aunt was like, oh, if you want to play video games, I have this computer. She had like the newest computer because she was like a doctor and all this shit. And so she had the newest computer on. She told me I could download whatever I want. So I saw fucking, all right. We went to Blockbuster, I think, and Diablo was there, bought the fucking Diablo. I said, let me see what this shit is about. Because when I'm at home, I stopped touching my computer. And so I started playing it. I'm like, yo, this looting thing and getting all this stuff, like I'm addicted to leveling up. And lo and behold, I only played Diablo 2 for 2 days and I never played it again because I was only at her house for the weekend. Never played the game again after that. But when Diablo 3 finally came out all these years later, I was all in.
All right, so what would be your games of shame that you've wanted to play but you just never made it around to? Any games? What's one game?
You gotta go first, because
okay.
I've been trying to think. Like I don't have no idea. Halo. I mean, it's not that I don't like Halo. I just never really got around to playing it. So Halo would probably be on that list. I'm trying to think what else. What were some of the? Do you remember some of the comments?
Yeah, I was gonna do us first and then go over the comments. One was Jack Brevard. I'll go ahead and throw that one out there. Jack Brevard's my cousin. He said Diablo. So we've been talking about Diablo. He said Diablo. I feel your pain, homie. I feel you. I can keep going in our comments if you guys want to go after.
I gotta think.
All right, so right on the top, and I can answer this one because I am, I believe, our in-house Zelda guy. Self-proclaimed, but that's me. So Charlie Bedford's never played Majora's Mask. Charlie, I have a couple times. It's okay. You're not missing out on a whole
Yeah,
hell of a
Majora's
lot.
Mask, I feel is a you could it's okay if you haven't
It's
played
a C Zelda game at best. Like it's a swimming in seven Zelda ass game. So not missing out on a whole lot. The beginning of the game's super fucking cringy. You just got to wear this mask and you're not even Link. And then once you fucking beat the little moon shit and you can't actually be Link, the game gets a lot better. But
I was so
you're not
disappointed
missing
by
out on
that
a lot.
that I called my friend over, my next door neighbor over, because he was more into Zelda than me. And I was like, yo, I got Majora's Mask. I'm just gonna watch you beat it. I didn't even play through Majora's Mask. I only played like maybe 3-4 hours, and I called my neighbor over and I just watched him play the whole game for the rest of the week. I didn't even finish the shit myself.
So also, when I'm a kid, I'm about 12 or 13 when I opened up Majora's Mask for Christmas one year. And I slapped that bitch in the old N64 and it says, hey, gotta go buy this fucking expansion pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can't
Thank God I
can't
got mine with Donkey Kong 64.
can't play this game, bruh.
that's bullshit.
So yeah, that sucks. So fuck you, Majora's Mask, for that one too.
Oh, man, that was crazy. That was crazy times, man. I remember getting my grandma. I bugged my grandma, like, Grandma, I need this thing. And my grandma walked like 30 minutes to GameStop with me. So we could, like, I made my grandma walk 30 minutes to GameStop, in Long Island. We were living she was in Old Westbury, Long Island, and we went to Broadway Mall and walked there from her house. And, it's something me and my brother used to just bite to, but grandma would do anything for her grandkids. And I knew if my dad wasn't going to do this for me, I had to go to grandma. So she would. I'm still trying to think of what fucking game though.
Well, we'll save it. We will save it for last because I think he's right. We should probably get into, the questions answered from the homies. So next is Danny Ground. Danny Ground, the homie Danny Ground is gonna have to say all Zelda games basically. He says Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. I've already covered Majora's Mask. Ocarina, I don't know how you haven't played Ocarina. That shocks me. Maybe it's an age thing. The Ocarina is the game. I've been a gamer my whole life. I grew up probably playing Atari. I don't really remember a whole lot of it, but definitely Mario, Tetris, Excite Bike, fucking. I was all over Double Dragon. I was all over NES, but when an SNES came out and I was playing Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, I was hooked. But when I played Ocarina for the first time, and I know it's not an open world game now looking at it, but back then for me it definitely was an open world game. And it was like, wow, I'm in this world. I am this character. I can go over here. I can go over there. I can go up there. I can shoot this shit. It goes as far as I can see. Like the game really fucking hooked you in.
Remember when graphics mattered to Nintendo?
So now, so I've got the GameCube that I've had since I was probably 18, 19 years old. And it was an older one, an older gen, or an older edition of GameCube. It was the one that came with the Zelda package, the Zelda disc. So that
They
one's
had
got,
one that came with Zelda?
yeah. So this GameCube came with one disc, right? That has Zelda 1, Zelda 2. It has Link to the Past. It has Ocarina. It has Majora's Mask, and it has a demo for Wind Waker on this one disc. So when I went back, and this is just one generation later, went back and played Ocarina on the GameCube, it didn't hold up then.
It's crazy.
If you want a Zelda game that holds up and that's old school, that's old 3D action, play Wind Waker. Play Wind Waker on your Wii U, remastered. Play Wind Waker on your GameCube. You can pop it in a Wii if you want. You can play it like that. I say play Wind Waker. He also said Breath of the Wild. Either of you beat Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild, no.
No.
I've been meaning to start the whole game over again because now that I've tried playing it, I can't just pick up where I left off.
Okay, well, I have.
Of course
And
you have.
Breath of the Wild it was the reason I bought a Switch. And as the fucking first whole half of this pod's been talking about the Switch and Nintendo so much, I'm pretty happy about that decision. But I got a Switch just to play Breath of the Wild. Wasn't disappointed about that game at all. Now we play games and we compare games to Breath of the Wild. We've compared Ghost of Tsushima, Eric has a couple times.
Yeah, I did.
So when you're playing games like Assassin's Creed, how the new take on Assassin's Creed is, when you're playing games, like Witcher, how The Witcher is now, you can see a lot of parts, a lot of things, a lot of mechanics were taken direct, a lot of the physics were taken directly from Breath of the Wild. Definitely play Breath of the Wild whenever you get the chance. The second time through and the third time through, you start getting fatigued a little bit easier. But the first time through, that world is amazing.
Yep.
Whole map, Mike. I got everything mapped out for you right here.
All right.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. It's a massive world.
In the corner of my son's room since the Switch came out.
Mm-hmm.
Never opened it. Nothing. Strategy guide. Never touched it till now.
You played that on Wii U, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're like
the only reason why. The only reason why I bought it.
Yeah. Bought a Wii U?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. You told me you was only buying it. I remember we were debating this at Sony all the time.
Which system to buy?
I'm about to give in. He used to say it every week. Yo, I'm really about to give in so I can fucking play that Breath of the Wild.
Oh, the game's so good.
I definitely want to play it on the Switch now, especially.
Oh yeah. All right. So next was I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name. Who dat?
Yeah.
All right. So he's Who dat's definitely a Microsoft guy for sure, right?
Yeah.
And I ain't mad at him for it. I kind of lightweight in the closet am too.
Well, PlayStation don't like his internet connection.
No, they really don't. Not Fall Guys. He'll tell you that his internet's straight though. Okay, anyways, I digress. Moving right along.
We love you, man. Cheers.
So he throws out some big ones for PlayStation 4. And if you even own a PlayStation 4, I don't know how you haven't either have made it super far into these games or just beaten the shit out of these games.
I'm not surprised.
But my man says God of War, which maybe might be my favorite game ever. It's definitely on my top 3 and top 5 for sure. It's the game is unbelievable. The feeling that you get with that fucking Leviathan axe is no bitch.
I just love the story.
The story's great.
And boss battles. I hate boss battles, but God of War, I love boss battles.
And he says Spider-Man on PS4.
Oh shit. Who that, son?
How?
Oh, how you haven't played Spider-Man, son? Oh man, I hope you're watching right now, man.
He was at one point. He was,
and he says no shame in his game. I think you need a little shame there, a little bit.
A little shame.
Oh my god, I'm fucking judging. Oh man.
All right, so who dat? PS5's coming out. Okay, you're gonna. Miles Morales is that little edition. I don't know what it is. It's a game add-on. We don't really know what the shit is yet, but that's coming out. You got to get into this PS4 Spider-Man magic. Okay, got to get in on that shit. Jared Gaddis was next, and he says the entire Witcher series. Now, I haven't played the first Witcher. I know that one smacks you fucking like a gust of wind in the dead of winter, right?
Oh.
So God. I haven't played Witcher 1. I do own Witcher 1, but when I bought it, I thought I could.
I haven't played one either. I
thought I could play it on my laptop, but my laptop's a piece of shit. And this Black Friday, I'm buying a new laptop computer to where I can actually have a decent card on it and play some games. And the first game I'm gonna play is Witcher 1. I heard it's kind of garbage because it doesn't really know what it is.
Well, I just said I didn't play. I did play it. I just started Witcher. I started my Witcher journey with the Witcher 2, and then I have Witcher 1 on PC. I did play some of it. It's not garbage. It's just after you play Witcher 2, it's hard to go back to the old mechanics.
The
That's
first one I played was Witcher 3, and I loved it so much I went back and played Witcher 2, and I loved that one as well. I know you're a big Witcher 3 guy.
2 and 3. I
Tell
played
him
2.
tell Jared what he's missing out on.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
my
I
God.
mean, 3 is amazing. 3 is beautiful. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. 2 is great too. 2, you know what the thing is like it's a little difficult. It's
It was
not
like Fable for adults.
Yeah. It's not Dead Souls difficult, but it
No.
can be a little difficult. But I mean, once you get the hang of it, I mean that was my experience when I played 2. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, it was very technical at times and difficult boss battles.
I
You're talking
remember you
about
telling me
difficult
how
boss
it
battles.
irritated you at times.
But
It
once you
did,
played
yeah.
3 and go back to it, and you know
But
that you got to get the
3
poisons, you got to get the oils, you got to
Yes.
roll, you got to, you know what I mean?
Three, yeah, exactly. You got to roll. You got to get the poison, the oils and stuff. But 3, man, 3 is beautiful.
I've
It's such a
300
great
hours,
game.
300 hours plus I've put into fucking 3.
Yeah.
I've whooped 3 in all the DLCs, and yeah, it's one of my top. It's up there.
Yeah, when a game entices me to buy the DLCs, it's definitely a great game. Because not many games do I feel I
Do
need
that?
I have the urge. Only Witcher and Mass Effect 2 are the only games that I said as soon as DLC comes out for this shit, I'm buying it day one. No other game has made me buy DLC like like that. Like I'm probably thinking that I don't want to think about games that have season passes, but when it comes to DLC, then definitely those two games are it. You know.
All right, guys. So thank you for answering the question of the week. We're going to keep doing this each and every week. If you look, if you go back and you look at our Facebook and you see that picture, that's the picture that you're going to be looking out for. Our man Eric made that. So each week, look for this picture and it will have a question with it and answer it. And we'll go over it right here in the
Yeah.
Gamers Group podcast.
To really give you guys some thoughts, what I'm gonna give you guys to think about. It should
Yeah. And
really give you guys some food.
Dre's got next week's.
So
So do you have the sales list for this month?
yeah, well, not for this one. The MPD so far only came out for the month of damn, this shit just disappeared. So far it came out for the month of June. They came out, so I didn't get to see if this week maybe they put out July zone, but for June, we got our top selling games. What do you guys think was number one?
For June,
Mhm.
Last of Us.
Yes, Last of Us was number one. Well, and it's probably obvious what's number two.
Ghosts.
Mm.
Mhm. So, oh no, Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Modern Warfare
Mm.
It's
two.
always going to be in the top 5.
In June it was number two. No, it was in June it was number one. Then number three, something we spoke about a lot.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, yeah.
Yep. Number 4 should be No Surprise.
Of GTA.
Yep. And then that was number
How
2.
the fuck the game keeps doing that shit?
I don't know. And then number 5, Mortal Kombat 11. I know you guys wasn't gonna guess that one. Number 6, Red Dead Redemption 2. No,
That
number
too.
5. No, number 6. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 for number 6. Now this is the funny one. So this game went sold out everywhere, came back in stock, went from 835th place up to number 7.
Ring Fit Adventure.
Yes, exactly. Then
Hey, I hawked one of those in the beginning of the pandemic for fucking
Yeah.
$200.
I'm just trying to get one off of Amazon because GameStop told me that I can't get it delivered. I have to go see them. I'm like, I haven't seen a GameStop since March. Like, I haven't been to a fucking GameStop. Like, you guys aren't gonna make me fucking get there to work out, But number 8, NBA 2K20. Number 9, we spoke about this earlier, Mario Kart 8. And number 10, surprisingly, Minecraft Dungeons up 4 spots from 14 the month before. So,
And it's going to Switch now too, right?
I believe so.
It's a fun little game. People tell me it's Diablo-esque, but I don't know what Diablo's
So I'll
about.
probably next week we'll probably have the NPDs for July, but that's what we
Okay.
got for June.
Ghost.
So now I will hand the baton over to Dr. Farts, aka Captain Cannon, aka Big E, the fanboy with an opinion,
You.
the champ.
So before we get started, I thought about the games. So
Okay, yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus was a
Ooh,
game
good one.
I always wanted to play, and I remember when it came out. I remember when it got really popular. Even when the remastered came out, I wanted to play that, but that didn't happen. So that was a game. I feel like I'd get really frustrated with that game, but I still wanted to try it.
Yeah, you will get like about
Yeah.
the 10 first Colossi. After
Yeah.
that, shit gets stupid hard. For
And
me,
then-
at least.
Resident Evil 7, is that the
Oh, me too.
point of
Resident Evil 7?
I didn't play it
Oh.
either.
Oh
Just a
my
little
God.
bit. I played a
Resident
little bit
Evil
VR at my
7
brother's house.
It's the only Resident Evil game I ever. No, it's not the only one I ever beat, but it's the only one that I was so scared of. But the story was so good that I actually beat it. I remember it was so scary because I already told you guys the story about how I stopped playing in VR because how scary that shit was. I had to play it
Yeah.
on the screen.
And it is scary VR.
Yeah, mad scary in VR. That's the last time I ever wore my VR headset for PlayStation. Lo and behold, like I never put it on after that. But yeah, Resident Evil 7 is great. It's gold, man. I've only beaten Resident Evil 5, 6, and 7. 6 was just mad easy. 5, I went through with my son, co-op mode. Even went through with my wife back when we didn't have no kids and she would sit down and play video games with me. Hope she hears this one day. And then yeah, said 7 came out, and yeah, so 8, because it's gonna be in first person again. I think I'm actually gonna beat Mario Party 8. I was about to say Mario Party 8. I'm about to be able to beat Resident Evil
The
8.
Village.
Yeah, Village, when that shit came out. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Developers or people are coming out claiming that they got to demo the Village on PS5 and Xbox Series X, and PS5 struggles to hold 4K, where Xbox Series X had no troubles running 4K games.
Yeah.
You
Well, we
just-
know that coming into this, that Xbox is the more powerful console.
Yeah. When it comes to games, though, there's not a lot of games that I haven't played. Like, I'll say this, Yakuza. I took way too long to get into the Yakuza series. I've been meaning to play that my whole life. Now we have all these shits up here. I'm still on Yakuza 0 because all these new games keep coming out. But guys, I bought Yakuza 0. I bought Yakuza Kiwami. I have Yakuza 2. I bought every single one of them. I even have Yakuza 6. I planned on one day making it through the whole Yakuza series because it makes me feel like I'm playing Metal Gear in a game because of how long the cutscenes are.
Hey,
You
E,
know.
what turned you off? Was it the first person?
No, it's just that it was the fact that I didn't know. So, I'm not really that up to breast when it comes to certain games or just games in general, unless you guys talk about it or if it shows up on YouTube or something like that. So I kind of missed the boat when it came out.
Yeah.
And then, the Resident Evil games haven't been the greatest up until that point. So then these assholes were talking about how great it was and how they changed it to first person. And, I remember Resident Evil first person back in like the late 90s, early 2000s and how awful it was.
Yeah.
But, first person games have gotten a lot better since. So I was intrigued and interested, but like I said, I just missed the boat on it. So I regret it.
Well, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not too late, though. I can still get it.
Yep.
Plus, it's gonna be remade 6 times before we die. So
All right. One more thing I wanted to talk about on gaming wise is, have you guys watched any of the more recent videos about Cyberpunk?
oh man.
No, but aren't they having a problem with their melee right now?
Oh, I didn't hear about
I
that.
didn't hear about that either.
Yeah, I guess they're not happy with how their melee is working out, and they're gonna fucking take a look at that. But I'm pretty sure they said that there isn't any like
I saw
delay,
they had
like
another
delays.
night thing, whatever the fuck they call those things, the other day.
Is that what you're talking about? The Night City, Eric?
Well, well, first of all, who's gonna fucking do melee in that game? Like they talked about it in the videos I watched, and I was just like thinking, I'm not gonna do that shit. So, people have been able to play more and more, and they did videos where they talked about the 3 paths, the life paths.
Yeah. I just it's funny that they put that out, and I was just reading about it in the latest Game Informer. I just read that.
Like, it seems like everybody got a chance to play, so now they're all talking about it. Or maybe there was like something was lifted where they can now talk about it. Maybe they played it a while ago and they couldn't talk about it. But in any event, it looks fucking awesome. So Michael, you haven't
ruined anything for myself.
I haven't, but I'm gonna watch the videos.
I saved it, but I just don't want to ruin the game for myself, man. I just feel like this is my game of the year.
I don't think it will ruin anything. So basically, you get to choose 3 different life paths, and depending on which one you choose, your storyline will be different.
Yeah.
So there's Street Kid, there's Nomad, and there's Corporate, or they call it Corporate. So depending on where you start from, and what's interesting is there are similar characters in each storyline. So I can't remember the big guy. There was one guy who, like, if you're a street kid, he ends up like kind of robbing you, and if you're a nomad, you're kind of forced to work with him. And then if you do the corporate storyline, he's been your best friend since childhood. So you have the same character, but used differently depending on what lifestyle. And the fucking thing was awesome, man. I mean, it's just...
This is gonna... I told you, Ghost of Tsushima has us caught in a moment. We're in a moment.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not coming out in time to get Game of the Year.
Not for Video Game of the Year, but it will be ours.
Whatever comes out this year is part of our Game of the Year.
When that game comes out, it's going to encapsulate the whole entire gaming world.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... I can't wait for it. It's just one of those things. I just kept watching the video. I watched it a few times from different places because it just looked so fucking awesome.
Oh, and Jared, play The Witcher. This is the world that the Witcher built.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, all right. So let's get into the entertainment news. We don't have that much to talk about, but come to the TV shows. I think we have a lot to talk about. So comicbook.com put out this stupid fucking article. Somebody had tweeted a picture of Shia LaBeouf as Wolverine. And it got me thinking, like, what do you guys think of that? Well, first off, what do you think of it?
Dre, you go ahead, Dre.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf fell off the fucking map, but
I just watched the tax.
He got that
tax collector today. I just saw it today.
No, he's done a bunch of indies. He's done a bunch of indie movies.
It's not very good.
Ooh.
So I heard that he did another movie, but like I remember this guy was like in every fucking other movie that came out. Like Shia LaBeouf stars in, but he looked good. The picture I saw looked good. It actually made me okay with Wolverine not being Hugh Jackman. So I'm not mad at it. If he's it, all he has to do is get down the voice and be able to play the role well. That's it. From what I saw, it looks like a good mock-up.
So I say hate on Shia, don't like Shia, whatever. In my personal opinion, he's one hell of an actor.
Yeah.
He acts his ass off in everything I see him in. So I'm up for it.
He did a movie recently called Honey Boy that's on Prime that I really wanted to watch because he wrote it, and it's basically about his life.
His father.
Yeah, how abusive his father was. So, I mean, I agree, Dre, that he seemed to be everywhere at one point, but I think he had some sort of breakdown.
He had some problems,
Yeah, alcoholic or drug breakdown, and I think he's back in full form. But no, I don't think I want to see him as Wolverine. I don't know why. I mean, he's crazy enough for it, that's for sure. But I don't know. But is there anyone else you guys could see as Wolverine, or is this like you had a gun to your head, Shia LaBeouf would be your pick.
Just give it to Tom Hardy. We give everything else to Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy, baby.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
He'll do it.
He already, what fucks it up is he was already what you call it,
Bane.
Sabretooth, right? Wasn't he Sabretooth?
No,
that
Leaf
wasn't
Schreiber was, and then some weird fucking huge dude was, and
Tyler Mane.
the first
Tyler
X-Men
Mane
movie.
was
Oh no,
Sabretooth.
yeah, that other guy, yeah.
He was a wrestler, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mike
And
Myers,
then,
yeah, Michael
and then
Myers.
Lee
Lee
that guy
Schreiber,
did a
yeah.
good Sabretooth though. That one in the last Wolverine movie when he was with X, the fucking mutant X, the fuck, what they're called. But that was a good
Weapon
Sabretooth
X?
right
yeah,
there.
Weapon X.
Yeah, Weapon X. No, that was what the group was called, with him and Deadpool and all of them together.
It wasn't like a group. It was a Weapon X program.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a Weapon X.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that would save it too for great. So yeah, Tom Hardy, yeah, I don't mind him being fucking Wolverine.
I mean, I think Shia LaBeouf is a little bit too young, because even if we're doing MCU, he's still got to look, close to 40 probably, because he was always considered older.
How long did Hugh do it?
From 2000.
So
I think it was like 10 movies, something like that.
16, 17 years, something like that. Maybe longer.
He really wasn't in. He was barely in Apocalypse, and then of course Logan. Logan was the last one, and that was like what, probably 2016.
So if you want something like that, if you want some continuity like that, you want to start him young, though, right?
Yeah. What'd you say, Dre?
I say it's been that long since Logan. I feel like it's been
I'll
like 2
double
years.
check, but
I think it's 2017 or 16.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to go young because you're rebooting 2017. 2017. You want to reboot it a little bit, but again, like Wolverine has always been considered the old man, even though he was born in 18 whatever. But I don't know. I mean, if they picked him, it's better than Pattinson. So.
Are giving it to fucking Jared Leto,
Are you guys
which they probably
planning on
would.
going to the movie theater to see New Mutants? Because I am.
I'm not going to the movie theater.
I'm going. I'm fucking going.
Nah.
I told Star, with or without her, I'm going to the movie theaters to watch the New Mutants. I need to sit in a fucking
Watch
movie
that shit be trash too after waiting for 8 years.
I hope not, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know once it comes out. What you guys think about AMC doing the whole 15 cent or to see them when they open up?
It's a low price? It's supposed to be a low price?
Yeah, they're supposed to do I think about 15. I know it's less than $1 to go see a movie, I believe.
What seating capacity are they talking about starting?
That's all I'm about to see. I wonder if they're gonna put like plastic things in between each of our seats.
15 cents. Yeah, 15 cents.
Yeah, on the first day that they open up. So
plastic makes a lot of sense, but the thing is, you got to regulate this shit. And we've seen the people who work in movie theaters. They're not going to be able to regulate this shit.
They can't regulate how sticky their fucking floors are.
Right.
In New York, they don't give a fuck.
So they're not going to be able to regulate it. That's what I'd be worried about. Anyway. All right. So next is some Disney news. So Disney has decided to end the name 20th Century Fox, the brand, if you will. So they had already done it with the movies, but now they are doing it with the TV studios. So they're dropping the Fox name. So now it's just 20. Well, they're dropping the Century and the Fox, so now it's just 20th Television. So what do you guys? I mean, this has been a brand for over 85 years.
Yeah, longer than my whole life. My whole life. Simpsons, Married with Children,
movies. So what do you guys think of that? Like, do you think it's right or fair that Disney is killing a brand? Essentially,
I think it kind of goes with what we're doing with China recently too. Trump's going after TikTok and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's some correlation there. I don't like it. I like 20th Century Fox. The X-Men movies. That was when I actually thought that movies were doing good by comic books. Was the first time I saw the first X-Men, and that was all Fox.
I didn't think anything much of it. I'm just like, whatever. I know it's changing and stuff, but as long as it's not changing my life in video games, then whatever.
There's life beyond video games, Trey.
Is
You
there?
have children,
Is there?
for Christ's
Hey.
sake. Yeah, it's called
Hey,
children.
they will be moving into video games too. I guarantee it. I
My
guarantee.
children are being groomed already. So like my daughter is on that story game on Stadia. Every day she wants to finish up that damn game. My little son is fucking playing what you call it, Sonic, that latest Sonic game that we got for free on
Mania.
PS4. Yeah, and my oldest son is already I don't have to worry about him.
And Mania is a great game.
So my kids are already halfway there. By the time we're on episode 300 of this podcast, my kids will probably be sitting here while daddy's out getting a beer talking for me.
All right.
E, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. Like, we live in a country where companies merge all the time.
Yeah.
And they merge their names. It's just weird that they would just cut the name, and it seems really almost like
Some
a
innocence.
Yeah, like mean, like mean spirited, like a mean spirited thing.
Yeah, it does.
So it's just weird. It's interesting. So the article from CNN, actually, they said the remaining assets from Fox, such as Fox Entertainment, Fox Sports, and Fox News, are part of a Fox Corporation, which has nothing to do with Disney. So those are separate. It's the TV studio that's being rebranded. I wonder if there's another, underlying story that we don't know about. But yeah, it's still weird. I mean, it's also sad in a way. Because, that 20th Century Fox, that's iconic and memorable. So it's just weird.
Part of Titanic, too?
Anyway, so the last bit of news is a big one. Excuse me. So Warner Media, laid off major layoffs throughout the entire company, and of course one of the subsidiaries that got hit the most was DC Entertainment. So that is most of the DCU app. That was a lot of people in DC Comics, but overall just Warner Brothers in general. But what do you guys think? I mean, we know by now that DCU is, 1 foot in the grave, as they say.
For sure.
But this really just makes it another nail in the coffin, another dead reference. So what do you guys think of that?
Well, this is something that I was going to add actually into the gaming news, but I didn't. But it's weird that you're bringing all this up, and it was weird when I was reading this that you had written down. So Warner Brothers was going to sell off developers and studios for gaming a while ago.
Yeah.
They had Take-Two Studios, EA was looking at it. They had Microsoft looking to buy this. And then just this last week, they said, you know what? We're not going to sell. So do you think that maybe the layoffs that they've had built up enough capital to where they could go back into looking at Warner Brother video games?
Probably. What, Dre?
It probably did, because now they're like, look, the gamers are yearning for something more from us when it comes to like Batman and these Arkham games and shit like that. Like, why lose that revenue? Like, there's a lot. Someone had to come and tell them, like, you guys have nothing. You guys know nothing of the gaming world. Do you know how much people are clamoring for a new fucking Batman game? Are you guys stupid that you're gonna fucking sell the fucking studio? Like that, because it is dumb. Like, we are clamoring for that right now. Everybody is, or even that damn Superman type Batman game. Like everyone was always rumored that we might get one day. But other than that, when I heard about this, first thing that went through my mind was my DC Universe subscription better be cheaper than $80 next year. I better not have to spend fucking $80 on my.
Are you doing the yearly one?
Yeah, that's what I do.
They got rid of that. I thought they got rid of that.
Well, I paid $80 this year.
I heard that they got rid of the yearly subscription. And that's
that's
one
probably
of
started for everybody later, but mine
that's
started
one of the
back in,
signs.
like,
But that's one of the
February.
reasons why people think it's going.
Well, and then
Because they got
Stargirl
rid of-
going to CW and
Yeah. But I mean, you're getting rid of the yearly subscriptions. That doesn't look good.
So damn. So as long, I guess, as long as I still get my comics, just make it like the Marvel app, where
Right,
you just get the
right.
Marvel comic
I
app
agree. Yeah.
and shit like that. Yeah, I can find. Cause I'm still trying to read up. Like right now, I'm reading Deceased. Trying
First
to get
one?
up. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on that. Mike, if you want
Yeah.
my login, hit me up, man, and so you could get in on this shit.
okay.
So that's me too. Like I'm hoping that they'll turn it into the Marvel app. Because they're gonna get rid of all those comics. And it's sad.
Yeah, I don't want to lose all of that. And I saw they even put Krypton on their season 2. I didn't know that was still alive. That show is
It's
still.
I
not.
only watched like 3
It's not.
episodes of the first season.
It's not. They had a second season. They promoted the shit out of it, and then they canceled it like as soon as it premiered.
Also, it's only on DC Universe then.
Yeah.
Wow, surprised. That's the only thing they could keep.
Well, I mean, who the fuck wants it? So, I wanted to talk more about this because, hold on, I lost my place in the article. Because a lot of people from the comics. So, it said 1/3 of the editorial staff got
Wow.
laid off. And that includes the editor-in-chief. That includes a lot of high people. Let's see, 1/3 were laid off, according to the Hollywood Reporter. So the editor-in-chief, senior VP of publishing strategy, a VP of marketing and creative services, VP of global publishing initiatives, and a senior story editor and an executive editor. But don't worry, Jim Lee, he was saved. He's still CCO. Also, DC Direct, that they dealt with the action figures and the statues and that sort of thing. That's gone. Like they just got rid of the whole thing. And then the other big problem. So a friend of mine sent me this article from the Hollywood Reporter, and he had said that it looks like so for anyone who doesn't know, it's all owned by AT&T.
Yep.
So all this is owned by AT&T. So he had said that it looks like that their licenses will be sold off eventually and then trickle into obscurity. So the whole point of all this is that, and why we should all be worried about it, is they're going to sell everything off. And that means no more comic books. And they're just going to keep the licensing and just make tons of other shit out of it. Yeah, probably movies and probably comics. Video games. And they've been talking about this for years, that DC, well, at first they said Marvel. When Disney bought Marvel, everyone was afraid the comics were going to die. And that's kind of far from the truth. I mean, comics aren't really doing that well, but Disney has really tried to keep it afloat as best they can. And the movies help, the movies kind of help hand in hand. But for DC, now it's being said that DC's on its way out, like all of it. And so the DCU, the app, should remain with the comics, but I'm afraid that they're not even going to give a shit about that.
How do you think this is going to affect the DC fandom thing that's supposed to happen?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's a funny question. That's another thing that the articles keep mentioning, is that, they're having this fandom thing, which is kind of like a Comic-Con or a Disney, the Disney thing that Disney has. I can't remember the name of it, but it's Disney Expo, D23 or whatever. It's just kind of funny. It's like we have fired all these fucking people, and now here's a big thing where we get to celebrate everything DC. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's horrible timing. Yeah, but this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good for... do they really need that fucking all that money?
To them, they always need all that money. The more money you make, the more money you want. It's a greedy world we live in America.
Yeah.
And it's a greedy world. The more it is, the more you make, the more you spend. And so it's just, I know, I could attest for myself, the fucking more money. I kept saying, hey, the more money I make, the better off I'd be. But here I am, I'm fucking spending fucking money that I shouldn't be fucking spending. I should be
On
fucking
video games.
So yeah, it's
On video games.
you know, all other things too, but mainly video games.
Top shelf alcohol, and
yeah, exactly.
and craft beer.
All right, so we finished the two shows, the Doom Patrol and the Star Girl. So let's start with Doom Patrol because I was last week. Wow, what did you think, Mike? Come on, now you gotta go first.
It just should have okay. So I didn't know this until you told me, until you told us. So the reason that everything stopped as abruptly as it did is because we only got 9 episodes. We were supposed to get 10.
Yeah. Yep.
And COVID fucked us once again.
Yep.
COVID's been on top of us, just giving it to us.
Railing us.
And this was like the peak of the DCU COVID, just slamming. So no, this felt like a setup episode.
It was. Most definitely.
It felt just like a setup episode. It felt
supposed to be exactly how I felt when I watched this finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last night. And I'm just like, it was 2 hours, and the first hour was like a setup for the final episode. And I'm like, yo, this is exactly what Doom Patrol was. That last episode was supposed to be a setup.
The CW shows were the same thing. The Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, they were all the same thing. They were all setups.
So yeah, setup throughout this whole thing. And then the last 2 minutes, we're going to wrap everything up abruptly with all the questions in the world that you have left. Open-ended questions all the way around. If this was supposed to be a final episode, I don't think we needed to see that much of Jane.
No.
That was what, half of the episode?
Yeah.
Was her in the 60s? Was Miranda in the 60s? We should have.
I think that was important though.
Jesus and Cliff was hilarious.
Yo, I was dying, yo. I was fucking.
God damn it, Jesus!
Yeah. You were only my friend for like fucking 10 minutes.
Jesus was giving it to him too. Jesus was beating his ass.
Yeah, you guys don't think that they spent a little bit too much time on that?
I wish they would have spent more time at the carnival altogether.
But I mean, the point is, Dre, like this is their last episode. They focus too much on the B story.
Yeah, Jane and fucking Miranda.
Yeah,
I think it was good. I appreciated it, seeing how Jane came to be and how she became the
primary.
The primary, yeah, that was a good thing to see right there. So I wasn't mad at that. I was actually more excited to see all that part than what they were showing us, even though I was like, okay, when you guys going to show us the big fight, but there was no big fight.
Yeah.
So there was just basically what happens in every fucking CW show where just like, all right, this is the part where the bad guy beats everybody up. And then where's the Flash? She's going to come. Run, Barry, run. Let's get that line put in there somewhere. And then he fucking saves the day. But we didn't get to see that. You know, we didn't get to see the run, Barry, run moment because it wasn't complete. We were missing an episode.
Yep.
You know.
I didn't know that. You know, that's why it was such a big disappointment. Like watching the Flash and Batwoman and Supergirl, like I knew that was going to be a problem. But I didn't know. I mean, they couldn't because those shows usually run for like 20 episodes. They had one episode left in Doom Patrol. They couldn't do that one fucking episode.
I know, yeah, like one episode. Like
make them wear masks, just CGI it out, you know, of the fucking show. God,
I just say we're gonna have to just reshoot because we know we gotta be. This is gonna be over real quick. Let's take this Jane shit out or split that in half.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's reshoot a little bit more.
Half, not take it out because that part was important.
Don't take it out, but split that up and let's do some reshoots, more carnival work. Let's look at Dad. Let's look at the Chief a little bit more. He was barely in the fucking episode.
He was.
He was there for like 2 minutes.
But you know, I mean, you could sacrifice the Jane stuff if we're gonna get. Because that just gave us more questions. You know, like, who is that Miranda then? That's not Miranda. So who's that?
We need to know who that is, but we wouldn't be caring that much if we didn't see the past.
It's just, it was, the most disappointing thing is that this was such a great season up to that point.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
there's
who do you think? Who do you think Miranda is? I think it's her dad.
That's a good yes. Yeah. I go with that.
Think now, unless he had powers too, like then.
But it wouldn't matter though. It wouldn't matter because it's all about her personalities.
Yeah.
So she could have created that personality based on the trauma. Yeah, so very disappointing end to a pretty good season. I mean, you guys agree it was a good season up to that point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every episode was just,
going.
every episode was crazier than the last one.
It's just like this patrol, that patrol, this patrol.
Yeah. I mean,
Sex Patrol is still just.
That will forever be embedded in my fucking head.
Of course you're a pervert. Of course so.
Sex men.
I just love sex, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a man that loves
so
sex.
now just so like I feel like I get very negative, so I'm gonna say something positive, and this is one of my favorite comic book shows of all time, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, and then Stargirl is close second for me. Like Stargirl.
So this is why DC kind of pisses me off that they're not successful. You guys have the top two. You have the top two characters in comic books. You have Superman and Batman.
That came out today of why Harley Quinn is the best animated show ever. Like,
DCEU. Now you guys don't like Titans, but I like Titans. I thought it was a good fucking show. I thought Swamp Thing was awesome.
Swamp Thing was the bomb.
I thought Swamp Thing was awesome, and fucking Doom Patrol was awesome. Right? They had great fucking shows. Yeah. Like they had every reason to succeed.
I know you guys don't watch Young Justice, but
I watch Young Justice. I just can't. I haven't gotten around to finish. I'm just starting season 2 after like a fucking year and a half.
Michael, no love for Young Justice.
I'm not into watching cartoons a lot. I've been trying to lately.
South Park, man. So
yeah, I know. Well, those are sitcoms. Those are sitcoms, though. I was watching that Deathstroke, Blood and Dragons, or whatever it was last night.
I didn't get to watch that.
I watched about half of that last night. I like it.
I gotta rinse it.
Dude, Young Justice is by far one of my favorite, like, comic book. I mean, that's up there with Doom Patrol. Like, it's that good.
Young Justice or Clone Wars?
I've never watched Clone Wars, so.
What? You never watched Clone Wars?
I've watched a little bit of it here and there. Not much, but no, I'm getting into more of the animation.
You should, I swear, try Young Justice, even the first season, because
Young Justice.
I think a lot of people, because it was on the Cartoon Network, but so is Clone Wars. I think people are thrown off because it might be a little kiddish. It's not. It is not. I mean, it's not ultra violent like your shitty Titan
Cartoon
show,
Network,
but it's pretty. It's pretty good.
They fucked up with making it like a regular show instead of putting it in the Toonami section with Dragon Ball Z and those shows, because everyone takes that part seriously.
Right.
They take the anime stuff seriously. Mm-hmm. So if you would have put Young Justice in Toonami, then people would have took it more seriously, because you take it out of Toonami. Toonami's known for, hey, this is the stuff that the big boys watch. You know, here's your My Hero. Here's your Dragon Ball Z. Here's your fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, you know.
But no, it's a great show. It really is a great show. So speaking of good shows, so what you guys think of Stargirl? We got to see the big fight.
The exact opposite. They did close the season off. They did send it off. I loved it.
Stargirl.
All right.
4 thumbs up.
So let's see. My thoughts on it were, I thought it was good, but I thought the last 10 minutes of it were a little slow.
They dragged that shit.
Didn't it seem like the villains were going down too easily too?
Yeah. I know. Also, like at the end of it, they're all like, "Oh, we did great." There are still villains knocked unconscious on the floor. You want to like maybe bring them to jail or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
And fucking Hourman, fucking letting Solomon Grundy go.
I got Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, you mean the Hulk? He looked like
he was the Hulk. He acted like the Hulk.
So disappointing. He even did like the pose. He did when he was first revealed. He did the pose of the Hulk. I was like, and then even he let him go. It's like you just killed a bunch of people now. by
Yeah,
doing that.
it was fucking crazy.
Uh,
Like, and they used the excuse of him running out of fucking time. Like, you
Yeah.
could have.
No, that's not
Whatever.
why.
You flip that
That's not
bitch
why.
upside down and
Yeah.
go again.
That's not why. But the scene where Stargirl is on the water tower, and then Pat, and they're just sitting there, and it's like, well, what is this shit? You know,
Yeah.
like what? Maybe they did. It's possible they got caught up in the COVID, and that's why we got like extra scenes of nothing.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
shit towards the ending, it felt like CW bullshit. You know, that was straight
Well,
up.
get ready, man, because that's what's
Because
going to
that's
become.
what season 2 is going to happen.
That's what's coming.
You know, with the whole, oh my God, my mom's falling. Pat, save her. That's your husband.
Yeah,
Blah,
yeah,
blah,
that
blah,
was
blah.
that was
You know,
pretty hokey. Yeah, that was pretty cheesy.
yeah, and the whole
You're just a
flying
regular
around
human.
with-
How are you going to stop me?
Yeah.
With, my
like when
with
her
our
and Pat
daughter.
have their little moment and like, you're my dad. Oh my God, you shut up with your fucking Iris and Barry bullshit right now. Like,
That wasn't
you know,
that bad. It wasn't that bad.
no,
I like
But
some
the-
of it.
The
that
whole
bad,
point.
but at the same time, it's just like, oh my God, you guys are wasting time. People are dying.
Yeah,
People
that's
are
true.
fighting.
That's
You
true.
know, like,
Because
you can't
Court
talk about that.
had her head up her ass the whole season, and then she finally saw that Pat is her true father. There are some of the Easter eggs at the end. What did you guys think of those little?
But,
I like Joel McHale.
and
Yeah,
shit.
Joe McHale and the Shade.
Mhm.
And
I don't know
then-
who's gonna make a better villain, Eclipso or Shade. I'm like, how could you make these two coincide?
I don't
in the
know.
next-
Well, they both like darkness, so maybe that will be the tie-in for them both.
Hey Eric,
if
when we found out the master plan, were the villains really villains?
I think they were. You know
Yeah,
what? I kept.
remember some people were gonna die if they could have, if their
Hey,
brain could have.
I know, but 25%. Okay,
Wait.
You're sounding
I-
like a COVID monkey.
25%.
I kept.
Hey,
You became
Glorious.
everything you hate. You became everything you hate. You know?
Hey
I,
Eric,
what?
Inglorious Bastards. Would you make that deal? I'd make that deal.
I made that deal. I kept calling them Nazis because that's what they were. They were
Yeah.
forcing their agenda on other people who didn't even want to be. You know, I mean, yeah, they were going to get rid of some nasty things, but they got rid of free will, and that's the whole point of living, baby.
What you got there? Water?
Yeah, water.
Quality,
But,
quality H2O.
Yeah. Oh, you know it. So yeah, no, I mean, I love seeing the Eclipso. I thought they gave me a nerd boner. That was great. What else? There was something else I wanted to say about it. Yeah, I mean, overall, that's what Jordan's son, right? He was. Where the fuck was he?
Yeah, no shit.
Where was he and Nazi mom and Pa and Ma? Where were they?
He's
You know.
that kid. Jordan's son's been missing since Shiv Part 1.
Mm-hmm. Long time. And it's like, you know, it's funny, when we were watching the show, my wife kept bringing up, what happened to that dance? They never went to that dance. They never
They
even
never
mentioned
brought it back up or
They
nothing.
never, like,
That was his last episode.
That was probably an edit. They probably edited that shit out.
no, because he was like, will you go to the dance? And she was like, sure. And that never came up again, which was weird. But I really thought he was going to show up and be like, oh, you killed my dad. And then he's going to show some powers. And then, you know, Nazi grandma and grandpa were going to do something, but like nothing. So, I don't know.
I mean, is Jordan dead?
Well, it seems like he is.
I
Why
mean,
is it? What?
can he turn into water and just become ice
Yeah.
again?
Yeah,
And-
probably.
like the
why-
Liquidator?
Death was like, all right, there you go, Dre. CW shows almost never kill. Kill is always like a no-no. I'm sure Arrow did. I think Arrow killed, right? Once in a while.
Arrow killed, yeah.
But
Back
wasn't
when-
he like upset about it? Was he upset? Did he like?
At first,
Oh,
he
hey,
cried.
Yolanda killed this episode.
Yeah.
She
Oh
killed.
yeah, Yolanda. Yeah, she cut that.
Mike
bull throat.
fucking
I'm
killed.
like,
Mike
yes.
Mike killed Icicle.
Maybe. He
Yeah,
exploded.
for all we know, next season comes and it was just a minor scratch and he didn't bleed out that much and all that bullshit, you know.
Hey, did you guys think that was Henry when it was his father?
At first, I was
yeah,
like,
I
because
did.
he was supposed to be alive, I was like, oh shit, you know. But yeah, once he said that line that your friends, I was like, oh, okay, that's his dad, because I was
Yeah.
like,
That
he
was
would've
great,
said
though.
no.
That was a great scene. And I
Yeah.
fucking hate the gambler. I hate the gambler.
Yeah, he's pretty worthless.
Like fucking Foghorn Leghorn from Warner Brothers. So it's all these fucking. I say. It's really fucking annoying. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it was great. It was a great episode. It was a great end for us. I'm curious of what they're going to do. I hope they don't turn it into a CW show. I really do.
Me too. I hope the same producers stay on, same screenwriters, and all that stuff, and they get the same budget. I hope they don't get no regular CW budget, where they're gonna
We'll
be like,
see.
okay, we got to give Flash most of the budget, and then
Yeah.
everything else gets dumbed down because we need to make sure Flash can keep showing his lightning bolts while he's running. So we'll
Minus
see. I
Bulge.
love Flash. That was my favorite show between all the CW shows, and then
Not
Black.
anymore.
But I'm just wondering if the main villain is going to be Shade, and then in order for them to beat something, they're going to use her show for the crossover to fight off Eclipso
Maybe.
next season. That could be the crossover episode. No, I
Possible.
think so. Because don't he take over the bodies of powerful people?
Well, he takes over anyone who's like holding the gem.
Yeah, so that could be anybody could grab that. Flash might pick it up at some point. I think he was teased in Flash before.
I'm sure. Yeah, I think you're right. Well,
Yeah,
hey, it's different Earths, though. It's different Earths.
Yeah, so we'll see, though. We'll see. They
right.
got all their fucking things. They find some way to get them all on Earth. Blah, blah, blah.
Before I go to the quiz, so we're done with Doom Patrol. We're done with Stargirl. What should there be another show that we talk
The
about?
Boys.
Review?
The Boys when it comes out, man.
Yeah, but isn't that September?
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
Not too
So
far. September
September's
1st.
Gonna be here tomorrow.
I think.
September's gonna be here tomorrow, man. Like it's gonna be here quick.
Yeah, but that leaves us with at least 3 more episodes.
Hey, we'll find something to talk about. I think there's
All right.
something out there. There's something out there.
All
I don't
right,
know
so
if you guys been watching shit like what's it called with William Shatner? What's that show? That's on Travel Channel right now. God damn it. How come it's not coming to my head right now, man. But I'll be watching that shit every Monday. Comes on Sunday nights. I watch the recorded Monday and shit.
no idea what you're talking about.
We could just go through the first season of The Boys in the next few episodes.
I think people are done with that. We'll
I don't
figure
even
out.
remember. I don't remember half of them.
Why don't we just ask our peeps this week?
Yeah, we can ask them what TV.
That's what I suggested. I suggested that shit.
Eric suggested that.
All right, then maybe we'll make a poll what they would like to see us talk about.
No, we got to pick some things first to put in the poll.
Hey, we can do that off camera.
All right. So unless anything else, I'm gonna go with the quiz, the surprise quiz. All right. So as I don't have the rankings up, but we know that Andre's only won one, and Mike's won a bunch. So come on, Dre, you got a chance to get another win under your belt. So this quiz is all about you assholes this week. So these questions are kind of based on what you guys like and what you guys are into. I tried to do the best I could. So there's going to be...
You didn't know what Lord of the Rings question could stump me.
You like Lord of the Rings?
No, I've never heard that.
All right, so we got 6 rounds, and we're going to have 12 questions. And so the way this works out is that, Michael, you can get a possible 11 points. But Andre, you can get a possible 12 points. So you get that little extra something. All right, so I'm gonna ask a question. The closest who gets to the answer wins, and then they'll go first. All right, so Mario. All right, Michael.
Okay.
He first appeared in Donkey Kong.
Yes.
The first video game of Donkey Kong. What year did that come out? Michael?
1980.
Dre?
I'm gonna say 82.
Okay, all right. We're going to do this Price of Right style. So the closest who didn't go over wins. And that would be Michael, 1980. It was 1981.
Damn, we were all over it.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
I was trying to
All
think
right.
of the damn fucking thing I watched. With
You
that
guys were close, though, really close. All right, round one. This is round one. Michael, you're going to go first. These two questions are going to be multiple choice. All right, Michael. What was the top grossing movie domestically with over 229 mil in 1984? Now, if you want multiple choice, you can ask. That will be 1 point. But if you get it without the multiple choice, it's 2 points.
1984.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm either gonna. I'll do what multiple choice. Hold on.
Come on, man. You know you don't know that shit, man.
It's either.
It's his year. It's his birth year.
Yeah, it's
That's why he don't know.
God, I don't know when Raiders came out. I either want to say Raiders or maybe I think Return of the Jedi was later, like 86 or 87. Multiple choice.
All right, your choices are Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Ghostbusters, or Gremlins.
Ghostbusters.
You are correct. Yeah, I like how you were saying you were trying to think it out with
Indiana Jones
Raiders
and Star Wars.
Yeah, let's start. Yeah. How I always remembered Star Wars is every 2 years. So 80, 78, 79, no, 3 years, 3 years. So, all right, Dre, multiple choice. What was the top grossing movie domestically with over 251 million in 1989?
The year I was fucking born. Give me multiple choice. Give me multiple choice, man.
All right. Lethal Weapon 3, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, or Batman?
Batman.
You got it. All right. So you guys.
That was a good year.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was a great year.
The golden year. Dre was born. You know?
Okay, sure. So you guys are tied. Round 2. All right. Michael, you go first. This is also a multiple choice question. You can get possible 2 points. I'm going to ask you a question, and there's going to be 4 multiple choice answers. You have to pick 2 of them. Okay?
Okay.
You get it? All right.
Yep.
So, which of these video games was not released in 1984? Not released. So you got to give me two of these games, all right? You got A, Space Ace, B, Ghosts and Goblins, C, 1942, or D, Paperboy. Not released in the year you were born.
Space Ace.
And
Oh. God, Paperboy and Ghosts and Goblins are both old as shit. Paperboy.
all right, Space Ace came out in 1984.
Damn it.
However, Paperboy did not. So you got 1 point on that one. The other game that came out in 84 was 1942. So you got 1 point. I'm just going to write that down. So, Dre, you still there?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Exploded. So.
Same here. Oh, shit. Same deal. Which of these video games was not released in 1989? So I'm going to give you 4 choices. You tell me the 2 that were not in 1989. A, SimCity. B, Mega Man 2. C, Golden Axe. Or D, Street Fighter 2.
I'm going to go with Mega Man 2. And what was that first one you said?
SimCity.
SimCity.
Mega Man 2 and SimCity. SimCity came out in 89, and Golden Axe came out in 89. So you got one of them. Mega Man 2. Street Fighter 2 came out in like the 90s.
91.
Yeah. So, all right. After round 2, we're both tied 2-2. All right, round 3, we're going with Michael. All right. Give me a little question about what you like. What company owns and brews Blue Moon beer?
It's Celestian. Hold on a second. The fuck is it? That's the other big one. I can't think of it. It's fucking something celestial something. Celestial something.
No, it's Miller Coors. If you had said either one of them, I would have given it to you. All right, Dre, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Which late night host and huge Lord of the Rings fan cameoed as a Lake Town spy in The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug?
God damn, it had to be one of the ones that I didn't pay attention to. Oh man.
I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Lord of the Rings.
Hey, that's part of it, man.
That's where he got the ring.
That's part of it.
It's a different story.
No,
I still love them, but I didn't memorize everything from The Hobbit like I do Lord of the Rings. It's a late night host. I guess that brings it down to a few. Jimmy Kimmel, I would have remembered his face.
I don't think you gotta worry about faces. Probably a ton of makeup.
Man, fucking shit. What's the? Oh, God, man, can I know it's not the guy with the chin? Definitely not him. He wouldn't know shit about Lord of the Rings.
I got a follow-up question with that one.
Damn. Oh God. Conan O'Brien? No, he wouldn't be in fucking.
Give me an answer.
What? Multiple choice.
No multiple choice.
Motherfucker. Damn. I'm gonna go with fucking Carlson Daly. Like
Carson Daly.
like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, right? I don't think any of the older guys
Mike,
would
do you know Mike?
I would say Carson or Fallon.
It's Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
He's a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Lord of the Rings fan.
He what's his name? Elijah Wood gave him one of the Elvish swords from the original trilogy. All right, after that round, we're still tied 2-2. We're with Michael. All right, now this question is going to come to 4 answers. So you have to answer 4 questions.
Okay.
Each answer gets you 1 point.
Gotcha.
All right. Name the 4 states that border Indiana.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Illinois.
You got them. All 4.
You travel too much.
All right. Dre, you know where this is going.
I don't know. Boston.
No,
That's not a state.
Boston's not a state, bro.
No.
Let me ask you the question first. All right. We won't make fun of you too much. All right. Name the 5 states. 5 states. So you have 5 possible answers, 5 possible points. 5 states that border New York.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
What's that word?
Okay. Massachusetts.
Shush.
Okay, I'm the English major.
Good God.
Connecticut. If that's a fucking, I don't care.
Okay.
Jersey.
I'll give that one, yeah.
Fucking I was about to say Staten Island because they're not,
Oh,
you don't consider them
jeez.
as part of New York, you know. Fuck. What else is there?
All right, come on, you got to give me.
God. Syracuse is in New York. Fucking. Yeah, that's it. I don't pay attention
right.
to our boundaries, man.
You should. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Hey, can I take any of these?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go
Well,
ahead,
there's
man.
one more left. So why don't you give it the fifth one?
Maine,
Maryland?
No.
Oh,
No.
Rhode Island,
No.
no.
New Hampshire,
You are close, though, Mike. You're close.
New Hampshire,
No.
Delaware.
No. You're very close. I'm trying to think of the map. It's Vermont.
Vermont,
Yeah. Wait, how do you say the state, Mike?
Vermont,
No. The state of Boston.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts. All right. All right. So after those two rounds, Mike is leading for 6, and Andre's got 3 for 5. So he's right behind him. All right, Mike. So you have to. This question has 2 answers, and you have to get them both correctly to get the point. What are the names of the 2 countries that take place within Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? So they go to 2 countries in the movie. What are the 2 countries?
China,
Yeah,
India.
you got it.
It's China.
China.
How about you ask China?
China. All right, Dre.
Or Massachusetts.
Dre. All right, Dre. Which 2 ingredients typically make up the drink known as the screwdriver? Got to get them both right. Come on, Dre. All those years spent in the bar, you got to know.
I don't be drinking screwdrivers, man.
Yeah, but you got to see them make it.
I don't be watching them make other people drink.
You know you done had a screwdriver before.
I had it before, but I never drank it more than once.
Take a guess.
God damn, man. Oh man, you couldn't say like a Jack and Coke? Like
No, those are the 2 ingredients.
exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's
oh man.
Boston.
Screwdriver, I'm gonna say there's probably whiskey
And
God damn, it gotta be a light liquor too. Has to be a clear liquor.
you blew it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's do you know?
No.
Do you want to take a mine?
Yeah, I can take it.
Go ahead. Say it.
Vodka and orange juice.
There you go.
Vodka and orange juice? Fuck that shit.
All
That's why I don't
right,
drink
so
It's like one of the first things you get drunk off of as a kid.
yeah. That or varnish. 4, 5, 6,
Electric
7,
lemonade. That's what we used to
7.
do.
Michael 7, 3, 4, 5, 5. Andre. All right. We got the last round going. Last round. All right, Mike's gonna go first. This is a super easy one. We're ending this with a real easy one. You ready, Mike?
Yep.
What is the name of Superman's biological father?
Jor-El.
You got it. All right, Dre, you lost, but we're going to give you this question anyway because this is straight up your alley. You ready?
Bilbo Baggins.
Close. In The Return of the King, at the end of the film, Frodo, Gandalf, and Bilbo, among others, board a ship headed to what destination?
Man, fuck. Okay, what's the name of that fucking place again?
I love it.
Oh my
I
god.
gave you a fucking softball, man.
That was not a softball, man.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Jesus.
All right, I was actually thinking of my quote. What was the question again?
Hold on, I'll say it again. In The Return of the King, at the end of the film, Frodo, Gandalf, and Bilbo, among others, board a ship heading to what destination?
Okay.
God, I never memorized the fucking destination, man. Why could you say where they fucking fought or something? I know Pelennor Fields. I know Minas Tirith. I know Lothlorien. I know
Next
fucking
time I will.
the Shire. I know fucking where the
Everyone
Prince
knows the
Cody
Shire.
is, and all those other fucking places. You can even name where the fuck damn guy that didn't even appear in the movie.
All right,
Tom
Mike. What
Bombadil
do you know
lived.
it, Mike?
Yeah, the name's like it begins with an L. It's Yells or something like that. But it's
I
the
got-
Undying. It's the Undying Lands.
It's the Undying Lance, and that's what I would have taken. All right, so Michael is 1, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 5. Yeah,
I love you
I'll do
too.
this. I'll do this again, and I will put more Lord of the Rings.
Hey, this was a fun one. This was a good job, Eric.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll
He put
put
some
more.
time into this shit.
Yeah, he put some work into this one.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, that's it. Hey, before you get to your prize, I just want to say one thing. I forgot to mention this in DC. So I had a job interview to work at DC Comics a bunch of years ago, and it was awesome. Like we got to tour the building and the offices and stuff, and it reminded me of the. No, this is a long time ago. And I got to see the Mad Magazine. I grew up on Mad Magazine. It reminded me of The Simpsons when Bart Simpson got to see the Mad Magazine. But it really was just a bunch of offices. Like, it really wasn't anything special. But I didn't get the job, and I was really fucking bummed out about it. But a few years ago, they told all the editorial staff that you can move to LA because DC Comics used to be in New York, but they moved everything to LA. You can go to LA or you can be fired. So I'm kind of glad, especially now, that I didn't get that job because I definitely would have probably been let go at this point. But yeah, that was my story. All right, go ahead, Mike.
You would have never met me, and we would have never been here today.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true. You're right about that. All right, Mike.
All right, guys. So close it out. I am Michael Brevard Decker, aka Captain BD. You can find me Captain BD84 on PSN, and right now on PSN, that's what I'm going to be on primarily. I want to be streaming some Marvel Avengers this weekend. So if you guys want to get on there, I think it's this weekend, right? The 14th and
the next one. No, this weekend.
I think it's the next two. The next two. No, the next one's just open, I think, for everybody, right? I don't know. I'll look into that more.
In 2 weeks.
This brings me to another good point, guys. Anytime that we're wrong about any of this or you want to add something, email us at gamerish537@gmail.com. So email us, talk to us in this link, talk to us on Facebook. If we're wrong about stuff, let us know. If there's some other things that you guys maybe want us to cover, let us know. Talk to us a little bit. We love talking to you. Also, look us up on Patreon, Gamerish Network Patreon. E and I say this all the time, help us help you. We're building this community. Help us out to where we can make these shirts, to where Dre can do some of these codes and giveaways, and we can have more fun with competitions like what we're doing with the anime protagonists and we did with the sitcoms and we've done with the movies from this era and that era. Those tournaments yield real prizes. So hop in Patreon, become a bleeding member of our ecosystem, and let's just all build this thing together from the inside all the way out and grow it out and out and out and out and out. Anyways, I digress. Wash your hands, wear a mask, keep your family safe. Don't keep your fingers out of your nose. Okay? Just be sanitized. Just don't be gross. Okay, gross passes this shit along. And you know what I'm sick of? Not fucking getting video games on time. And that's been because of COVID. So wash your fucking hands. Now, close it out with a quote. This is from Fall Guys because I have yet to win and I have yet to have a crown. Unless the free ones that they give to me. But I have yet to win a crown. So heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Nice.
And with that, I do.
Well, people, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Share with your friends, please, if you like what you hear and see. Get people to join our Facebook group, Gamerish Network on Facebook. I know the picture might look weird, but it's because E wanted to put our schedule on there. So the picture might look weird, but it's just some wording and stuff. Just click on it. You'll get to us. Gamerish Network on Instagram. Or Gamerish Patreon, as you said, on patreon.com/Gamerish. I might be missing something. But yeah, if you want to get a cool shirt like this, we also have it in our link tree, which you can find on all our pages to buy merchandise for gamers as well. New logos, the shit coming later. I gotta get us a cup. I gotta buy a cup. My cup should be coming soon and have. But I'm gonna start posting some pictures of us looking some good shit, looking good in some shit in the fucking
The
gamers
Crunk
page.
Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, drink some tea in that cup, or I might just mix it with some liquor and take it to work. Sorry, boss, but you ain't watching it anyway. But
It's a bold move, Cotton.
I know. So yes, thanks for watching, guys. Until next week, and tune in for Drinking the Game this week, where I'll be choosing somebody from our Facebook group to be part of it with me. And peace out. All right. Oh, let me